A 2x6 pressure-treated deck board costs $7.18 at Home Depot. The same 2x6 pressure-treated deck board costs $5.78 at Menards. That is a $1.40 difference on a single board. A standard 12x16-foot pressure-treated deck requires approximately 45 deck boards for the surface alone, before the joists, posts, beam, hardware, and fasteners are counted. 45 boards at $1.40 less per board is $63 saved on deck boards alone. Add the joists at the same percentage difference. Add the posts. Add the hardware. Add the joist hangers and lag screws and deck screws that every deck requires in the dozens or hundreds. A real builder who priced out a complete deck material list at both stores documented a total savings of $1,150 by choosing Menards. Same materials, same specifications, $1,150 less at one store than the other. That is not a rounding error. That is the structural price difference between a 14% markup cap and a standard retail margin applied to every line item on a deck materials list. That $1.40 difference per board does not sound like a reason to change stores. The accumulated version of that difference across an entire deck project is the reason the deck building community in the Midwest has been doing the math for decades. Menards consistently prices lumber and building materials 15 to 25% below Home Depot on a direct SKU comparison. That range, 15 to 25%, is not a promotional event or a clearance discount. It is the structural output of two different margin architectures applied to the same commodity products. Home Depot's margin requirements cover the cost of 2,300 stores, $36 billion in long-term debt, and a quarterly earnings structure that answers to institutional shareholders. Menards' margin cap of 14% covers the cost of 341 stores, zero disclosed debt, and a private owner who has never held an earnings call. The deck board is the same product. The price tag reflects the difference between those two cost structures. To understand how that difference compounds across a full deck build, you have to build the material list. A 12x16-foot pressure-treated deck requires surface boards, approximately 45 5/4x6 boards at 12 feet. It requires joists, approximately 13 2x8 or 2x10 at 16 feet. It requires posts, 6 4x4 or 6x6 at 10 feet. It requires a beam, a ledger board, joist hangers, post bases, lag screws for the ledger, structural screws for the framing, and deck screws for the surface boards. Every one of those materials falls into the building materials and hardware categories where Menards has a documented 15 to 22% price advantage. The savings do not come from one category. They come from every category simultaneously. A buyer who prices the complete material list at both stores and applies the Menards percentage to each line item arrives at a total that is typically between $500 and $1,200 lower at Menards before the 11% rebate is applied. Here is where the story stops being about price and starts being about the lumber itself. Menards stores pressure-treated lumber in open-air pole barns, the same drive-in covered yard format that professional contractors have preferred for decades because the lumber remains acclimated to the local humidity and temperature. A pressure-treated board sitting in a Menards pole barn in Wisconsin has absorbed the ambient moisture level of a Wisconsin summer. When it is installed on a deck in that same environment, it behaves like a board that belongs there. Home Depot stores pressure-treated lumber indoors in air-conditioned retail environments. A pressure-treated board sitting in an air-conditioned Home Depot has had its surface moisture drawn down by the controlled indoor climate. When it leaves the store and contacts outdoor humidity, it absorbs moisture differentially, more on the exposed surfaces than the interior, and warps. House flippers and deck builders in Midwest markets have documented this phenomenon specifically. They call it the hockey stick effect. The board that looked straight at Home Depot develops a curve on the job site. The board from the Menards pole barn does not. If you are finding value in this breakdown, subscribe now. The rest of this script shows you exactly how to calculate your specific savings and how the rebate math works for a deck project. The 11% rebate applied to a deck project changes the calculation in ways that compound beyond the base price difference. A buyer who spends $3,000 on deck materials at Menards during an 11% rebate event receives a merchandise credit of $330 toward a future Menards purchase. For a buyer who shops at Menards regularly, which any Midwest homeowner or contractor does, that credit is effectively cash. It is applied to the next lumber purchase, the next hardware purchase, the next project. Over the course of a year of Menards shopping, the rebate system returns 11% of every qualified purchase. Applied to a $3,000 deck materials order, that is $330 returned on materials that were already 15 to 25% cheaper than Home Depot's regular price. As of 2024, Home Depot officially ended its policy of matching the Menards 11% rebate. For years, a buyer could bring a Menards promotional advertisement to the Home Depot Pro Desk and receive the equivalent discount without leaving the orange store. That policy is gone. Home Depot ended it specifically because the combination of Menards' base price advantage and the rebate match was creating a pricing situation that Home Depot's margin structure could not sustain. The rebate match termination is the most direct evidence available that Home Depot itself acknowledges Menards' structural price advantage is real and significant enough to be commercially threatening. The final number is the one that changes how most people think about where to buy. A documented deck builder who priced a complete deck material list at both stores saved $1,150 by choosing Menards. His decision was not based on a promotional event, a sale, or a one-time circumstance. It was based on the structural price difference between two retailers applying different margin requirements to the same commodity materials. He also noted that Menards offered delivery at a flat rate using their own fleet and an exchange policy for any board he found unsatisfactory. No third-party logistics, no tiered delivery pricing, a flat fee, his own truck at the door, and a store that would swap any board he did not like. $1,150 is approximately 36% of the cost of the $3,200 deck the title references. It is not the price of a different deck. It is the price difference for the same deck, built from the same materials, at two different stores 15 miles apart in the same Midwest market. If this changed how you are going to price your next building project and where you are going to buy the materials, subscribe. The structural pricing differences between these stores are documented, consistent, and available to any buyer who does the math before loading the flatbed.